Alright, so you have just bought a new camera or you have been owning one for a long time now, and now you have used it to a certain extent that you have learned how to maximize its performance to its fullest extent. And now you want to know how you can make that upgrade so that you can improve the photo or video quality that you get out of your camera. Maybe you can try improving upon your lighting. If you're doing video, you can try improving upon your audio quality. Or you can also try improving upon using a better lens to shoot your photos or videos. Now, when I see a lot of newbie filmmakers and photographers, one thing that I see a lot of people actually overlook is the necessity of using the right lens, or perhaps using something that's better than a kit lens. And then there are certain people who go absolutely overboard with it and think that they need to pour in thousands and thousands of dollars or perhaps lakhs of rupees for getting that nice crispy lens. And to both, I say you really don't need to. As a matter of fact, today in this video, I'm going to talk about lenses, and particularly my favorite lens of all time. It's called the Nifty 50 Plastic Fantastic. It's pretty much one of the most cheapest lens you can buy and the best lens you can buy, and perhaps one piece of glass that you should always have no matter how many lenses you have in your camera bag. This is so cheap and this is so good that pretty much everyone should have one. Now, throughout my filmmaking career, I actually owned a few of them. As a matter of fact, I broke a couple of them. Actually, I also owned the newer STM version of this lens, but during a shoot, I dropped it flat on the glass and it got shattered. But regardless of everything, I make sure that at least one of them lives in my camera bag always. Alright, so hey guys, my name is Sudipto. Welcome back to another episode of Pseudo Square, and today in this video we are going to take a look at the best lens that you can actually buy for your camera, no matter what make or model it is. So if your camera has the option to twist and change the lens in front of it, there's a version available for your camera as well. So first thing first, this is a very dirt cheap lens. This is available for less than 8,000 rupees or probably less than $100 US. And actually you can get a lot of them used for less than like 3,000 to 4,000 rupees online. And for this price, this is one piece of glass that pretty much everyone should own. And I'll tell you exactly why. So it is a very fast lens at f1.8. It actually opens up really wide, so it can get in a lot of light in and can be really helpful in shooting in low light. And it can also help you in getting that creamy, delicious, blurry bokeh in the background. So if you're doing a lot of shooting in low light, let's just say a wedding, a concert, or an event where you don't really have that much of light available, this is actually a very perfect lens to use because it's not going to only produce sharp images with blurry background, but a lens this wide open also allows you to get in tons of light into your sensor so that you don't really have to bump up your ISO. Now, something that you do have to keep in mind that on a full frame camera, it works as a 50mm lens as usual, no changes over there, and it's a full frame lens, so it works. But on a cropped sensor camera, and I'm assuming a lot of people buying this lens will actually use it on a cropped sensor camera, it'll be an effectively 80mm lens after the 1.6 times crop on your sensor. So it becomes more of a portrait lens instead of a walk around lens. And I guess that's alright if you want to shoot a lot of portraits with this lens. But if you actually want to get that 50mm look on a full frame using your cropped sensor camera, then you should probably look out for a 35mm lens. Now, luckily for Nikon guys, there is a 35mm f1.8 lens available at pretty much the same price. I had one when I used to use my Nikon D3200. So that was a great lens that actually had a very good focal length for pretty much day-to-day use. But this on a cropped sensor camera is a great lens for clicking portraits. Now, no way this is a perfect lens. As a matter of fact, this is far from perfection. At f1.8, you will see a lot of softness on the edges. There'll be a little bit of color fringing too. And during a professional scenario, you'll actually find yourself running into a lot of issues while using this lens. And probably that is the reason why a lot of big production Hollywood movies don't really use this lens to produce their movies. But again, you aren't really producing Hollywood movies. You're most probably producing content for the web, mostly for YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. And for that, I say this is the perfect lens that you can buy. And at a price tag of less than 8,000 rupees, there is literally no competition out there. So all in all, this particular piece of glass is so dear to me that if I had to start out my photography and videography business all over again, I'll most probably pick up this lens as my first lens. And with a limited budget, the first thing that I'm going to do is get a 50mm f1.8 prime lens, and then with whatever remaining money I have, I'll put it on getting a body. But I won't compromise on at least getting this one lens. And with that being said, my name is Sudipto, signing out from Pseudosquare. And if you enjoyed this video, do make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. And also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed this video a little bit more, do share this video with your friends and family. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.